All right, guys, here it goes. It's about to open right now in 10 seconds. So we're just going to wait for our setup to come, and then we're going to take the trade. We're not going to hesitate, but we're going to see how everything's playing out. But here it goes. So here's the first 5 minutes. It's kind of looking like it wants to take off already. All right, so be careful. Be careful. It is the first 5 minutes, but if it does hit our entry, then we're going to use our judgment. It's already up 20 points. It's wicking. All right. Okay. It literally went up to our entry right there and it wicked. So let's see if it wants to retest that. I have NVDA wicking, Apple wicking. Let's see if it wants to reclaim that area. Looking at the 5-minute chart, we have that wick. The 15-minute chart has that wick. So we want to be mindful of that. That's good. That was a good hold off. That's good. We didn't get the trade. And now you can see it's doing the complete opposite. I have NVIDIA coming down, Meta's coming down, Amazon's coming down. Apple looks like it wants to come down. So just be mindful of it. It's still within the range right here. So as long as it's in this area, we're going to wait. But let's see what happens. So as I'm looking right here, obviously it's already been like 2 minutes, but I am seeing indecision. Right, it's kind of in the middle. Doesn't really know what to do. So, but if it does break out to the top, then we're going to take the trade. Obviously, we're going to have a tight stop loss. So if it goes against us right away, we're going to get out the trade. Already off the bat, I really kind of see that it's kind of wicky. So it's kind of making me kind of hesitant a little bit just because of how it's wicking right here. I want to see how this next candlestick opens. It does look like it wants to go higher, but it's kind of in this spot. Because from 23,860, we have about 30 points to the upside. Looks like it wants to go up, but no, it's kind of wicking a lot. So what I'll do is what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna get a test, maybe a test contract. So if I'm not too sure, sometimes I'll just throw in like one contract and see what it does. But if that one contract keeps going, then maybe I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna see how this plays out, see how the next candlesticks are responding. Because right now we have kind of mixed signals. So just waiting. Kind of looks like it wants to go long, but then again, it looks like we want to get that break to the upside. It's going back below the indicators. On the 15-minute chart, it's trying to hold. 5-minute chart, same thing. It's trying to hold the indicators. It does look like it wants to break through a little bit, but we'll see. We have about 40 seconds till this candlestick closes. Apple looks like it wants to go back up to reclaim its high. NVIDIA is still below. Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, they're still kind of just in the middle. Nothing's really happening right now. So we don't want to rush into anything. Obviously, we just want to wait. But if the setup happens, then we're gonna take it. And if we're wrong, we're wrong. But hopefully it works out in our favor. Let's see. We just gotta be calm, cool, collected, try our best to control our emotions. We have the next candlestick open right now. I do like the fact that it kind of opened above the indicators. That's kind of a good sign. But we're still below this resistance, right? So on the 15-minute chart, it's still in the middle. 5-minute chart, it's leaning towards the upside. But then I have confluences and they're looking kind of weak. So honestly, to be safe, I might want to adjust my entry. Well, actually, no, this is a good spot above here. 23,861 around here. That's going to be my entry for the longs. And then, yeah, so far, I see NVIDIA looking like it wants to come down. Apple looks like it wants to come down. So what we're doing right here is we're just collecting data, right? We're looking and seeing how it's playing out, collecting data. We're looking to see, okay, what is Apple doing? What is NVIDIA doing? You know, those are the major tech stocks that hold majority of the weight for the NASDAQ, right? So sometimes depending on how those stocks are performing, it affects the NASDAQ, right? And this is what we're trading. So we want to just play our position, right? And if we see the setup, we take it. If we don't see it, we wait. You know, there's nothing wrong with the waiting. It's only been 6 minutes. So and as I'm looking right here, I see Apple coming down, NVIDIA going up. So what is that telling me? Look at the NASDAQ. It ain't doing anything. What I love to see is Apple and NVIDIA and Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon. I love to see them in sync with each other. I love to see them doing the same thing. And right now, I don't see them doing the same thing. Every stock is going down except for NVIDIA. So I think that's why we're seeing the action. Or we're seeing it right here. So however, if we do break out, now this is kind of giving me somewhat a little bit more confidence because as you can see right here at 6 o'clock, we came down, wick, and then at 6:30, we came up and wick. So we are within this range. You can see this range very, very clearly. So my theory or whatever, prediction or whatever you want to call it, is if we do break out in one of these directions, then we may see a good continuation. That's just my thought, right? That's just my thought. Because you can see if we look to our left, we see a lot of resistance right here, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. Since 11 p.m. last night, we saw all this resistance. Yeah, it broke out a little bit, but then look, it came back down, right? So in this case, if it does break out to the upside, right, we may see a little push up and then come back down, but at least we can get some of that on the way up. Same for the bottom, right? If you zoom out to kind of see the support, right? The support right here, which is around this area, right? And then we do have some more support down here, right? If we look to the left. So I think we should see something pretty soon. Until then, we're just going to stay patient. Apple looks like it wants to come down. Apple looks like it wants to come down. NVIDIA looks like it wants to just kind of go up. It's just staying in the middle. So until I see everything kind of going in the same direction as well. That's another thing I'm looking for. I want to see Apple, NVIDIA, and all the other tech stocks like Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft. I want to see them all go in the same direction. That's going to give me more confidence to when I take a position, right? So right now I have mixed signals right now. So at this point, when I have mixed signals, all I do is wait. It looking like we're getting some selling pressure a little bit on this candlestick. Looking like we're getting a little selling pressure right here. So I'm going to have my finger on the trigger just in case, right? Just in case. Okay, it does look like it wants to kind of reverse now, come down. But again, it's still in the middle. Nothing's happening. It's been 10 minutes since the market is open. So far, it's right where it was to begin. So sometimes we're going to catch a move right away, and sometimes we're going to be patient, right? And in this case, we're being patient. Okay, I am seeing a little bit of selling pressure, a little bit. So I'm looking at Apple. It closed below the indicator. NVIDIA kind of looks like it wants to come down. Meta's going up. Amazon's coming down, and Microsoft's going up. So, okay, kind of seeing the selling pressure a little bit. Kind of seeing. I want to see how it responds right there when it hits that support level. Because we already know when the market opened how it responded to the very top, right? It went up instantly, it whipped. So if it comes down to the bottom, we want to make sure we get that confirmation, because the last thing we want to do is get in down here and then it wicks and then it comes straight back up, right? We want to wait for that confirmation. So two ways you can play it out. Once it breaks out, you can take it, or you can let it ride, and then maybe it retests that breakout and then comes back down. Right. So there's two scenarios how you can play it. Obviously, for this breakout, I would want it to break this area, right? And then so we just haven't really tested the low. Although it does look like it wants to, or it looks like it wanted to. So at this point, and then once again, for those who are just joining, I put PDL and PDH. It stands for previous day high and previous day low. Because sometimes the previous day high and the previous day low, it could act like a support and resistance, right? So that's why I have that there. That way you guys know what I'm doing. And at this point, we're just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna be patient and we're gonna wait for the setup to come to us. And once we see it, then we're gonna use our judgment and we're gonna take it. But yeah, guys, other than that, I hope everybody is doing blessed. So looking at the 5-minute chart right here, I can see it's kind of wants to go below the indicators. So that's kind of a good sign, kind of good direction that is kind of showing me like, hey, we might want to break out to the downside. But it's still in the middle, right? You can kind of see it's kind of in this area. You zoom out just within this area, so we want to wait for that confirmation. I'm kind of cold right now. It's kind of cold right now. I don't know why I kind of have the chills. I'm sleeping so that I wanted to go back to bed. But this is the sacrifices we made, right? This is part of the sacrifice right here. If anything, we're blessed to be able to do this, guys. Who else is waking up at 6:30, trading, and they're trying to get their freedom, right? Because we all know that this does bring freedom, guys. Think about it. What we make right here in the market, people try to make that in a week, right? So put that in perspective. And there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5s, right? What the heck? That was weird. Move back to. So there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, right? But if you just put it into perspective, look, now it looks like things want to kind of go up, right? They look like they want to go higher a little bit. Overall, the NASDAQ is up 46 points right now. And I'm looking at the 5-minute chart, it's kind of holding above the indicators now. 15-minute chart is kind of holding above the indicators. So the indicators, all they do is really kind of help me out. They act like a little guide, like a guideline for me, right? So guidance. But back to what I was saying about the 9 to 5, like some people work like a week, and they're trying to make that money, right? And we literally can make what they make in a week right here. So like that's the perspective, right? So we just have to really have that perspective and stay humble, right? Because sometimes we get caught up in the numbers, and I'm speaking from experience, right? Like I've gotten caught up in the numbers before. Like sometimes it just looks like there's it's numbers on the screen, but I have to really think about it. Like, nah, this is actually money, right? This is actually, I'm dealing with money. And so yes, right now I'm trading with a prop firm. I have to wait. So that kind of sucks, to be honest, because you can't pull the money out right away. But I also have a personal account where when I do trade on that account, say, whatever X amount of money I do make, I can pull that money out, right? So yesterday, I traded on my personal account right away. I made $115. That's gas money. That's some grocery money right there. Like we have to really think about that stuff, right? Sometimes social media can paint a different picture. You see these people online making $50,000, $100,000. Yeah, I mean they can probably be really making that, right? We don't know. Maybe they have millions of dollars of capital and they're able to risk that amount, which is very, very reasonable, right? But in the average person, everyday life, some people are not at that level. So I'm not at that. I'm not at the $1 million mark yet, but I know eventually I'm going to get there. And in the meantime, I'm showing you like, hey, this is very possible. I've made money. I help others make money. And why not? Why not show my screen? Why not keep it real? Talk about the realness of trading, right? This is the reality of trading. Yes, it's great. Yes, you can make a ton of money, but you could also lose money, right? So you got to be very, very careful. You got to have discipline, right? And whenever you lack discipline as a trader, that's when it's going to lead you to lose money. And I am a clear example of that, right? Because I've made thousands of dollars. Yes, I have. I've gotten payouts. I have videos of it. I have everything of it. It don't even matter, right? But I've also lost money. Why? And the times I did lose money, it was because of the lack of discipline. Because sometimes I would lose more money than I actually wanted to lose. And that's where it gets dangerous, right? There's nothing wrong with losing. But when you don't follow your rules, you don't follow your plan, and then you continue to lose money, then you have no one else to blame but yourself. So that's like the difference in trading. It's like it's a you versus you battle, right? And so I'm talking right now because I'm at the same time I'm paying attention to what's going on. And so far, nothing's happening right now. Nothing is happening. And it's already been almost 20 minutes since the market opened. We are kind of see a little selling pressure right here. So we might get this move. We might get it right here. But it's all about perspective, guys. And most of all, we just have to be thankful, right? We have to be thankful for what we have. Appreciate the little things, right? And sometimes trading, like I said before, we get caught up in the numbers, right? We're seeing all these big numbers in the screen. We're knowing the potential, and we can get tunnel vision. So I have to always remind myself that, like, hey, you know what? It's a blessing that we're able to even do this, right? And I have to keep that perspective. Like, $100 is $100. $50 is $50. Like, who wouldn't want an extra $50? Like, I bet Look, what's crazy is that I bet if we found $50 in the street, we would be so happy. Like, hey, I got $50 today in the street. Like I found it in the street. Like, and dang, I just got blessed with $50. But sometimes when we're trading, like we can't even be happy with $50. Like, because I know it's hard because we see the potential, we see the upside. Like we know, like I can make so much more money. So that's why like trading can be hard mentally, right? So as I'm looking right here, I do like what I'm seeing. I have Apple coming down, NVDA coming down. Microsoft looks like it wants to reverse to the downside. The indicators are building up, and everything's going below the indicators. So this is kind of a good setup. I am kind of like what I'm seeing. I think it's going to go short. I think it's going to go short. 5-minute chart, it's going below there. It looks like it kind of wants to reverse right here, guys. I kind of want to take an early entry. Guys. And I might have to take it, honestly. I'm gonna take it right here. Early entry. Early entry. I'm taking it though. Taking this early entry. I'm in some shorts right now. Early entry. I admit early entry, but I'm in some shorts. Okay. There it goes. There it goes. I like that. I like that selling pressure. There it goes. Cover profit. Great, great. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cover profit. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah. I like that selling pressure right there. Love it. Be cautious though. Be careful. There we go. That was the move, guys. That was a little move right there. That was the little move right there. That was the move. There it goes. This might open up and continue down, or who knows, but that was the move we wanted. We got that little push right there. I'm gonna cover some more. I don't want to risk too much, guys. I don't want to risk too much. It does look very, very good. Very, very good right now. That's it. That was that push we wanted right there. I was seeing the selling pressure. That's what led me to get it. I walked you guys through it. Told you guys, hey, this is what I'm in all live right here. I'm still in right now. Good morning, my son. I'm still in right now, guys. Just make sure you position yourselves correctly. I'll put my stop loss maybe at break even, honestly. If it goes back to my entry, I'm gonna get on my position. But right now it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put my stop loss in here. Right here, right exactly at my entry. So I got in a position, covered profit. If you guys are in this position, it still looks good. Just be careful. So, and then who knows? I might even get more. Honestly. But even if I get out of this, hey, I'm thankful for it. That was a nice little push down right there. All right, perfect entry actually. That was a sniper entry. You guys see that entry? Sniper entry right there. Wow. That's how we got to be right there. Got that sniper entry. Who took that entry, guys? Who got in right there? The trade is still working out. The trade is still working out, guys. Still looks like it wants to drop. That's why I'm holding on to one contract. Leave one runner. I'm leaving one runner. I'm interested to see who got in some of those shorts right there. May 70. Great job. Great job. Hey, it's a win right there, baby. Get it. Get your money and get out. Take your money and get out. Get your money and get out. And if you didn't catch it, it's okay. Follow your plan, right? If you wait for that breakout. I got in early. I admit it. But if this breaks out, it may keep going. That's all I'm saying. It may keep going. It's getting very tempting to get in this trade right now. The longer this is playing out, the longer it's giving me that confirmation that, hey, we might get that continuation down. So it's feeling a little tempting right now, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I want to add in more to my position. I ain't gonna lie. I want to add in more. This is looking like it wants to break down even further. It's looking very juicy right now. Very, very juicy. Last thing I want to do, though, is get back my profits. It's the last thing I want to do. It's looking juicy, guys. It's looking very, very juicy right now. Oh, my gosh. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, my gosh. I might have to take this. I might have to take it, guys, again. This is part of a trader's decision right here. What do? You take the money and walk away, or you see this beautiful setup and you actually take your setup? Why wouldn't you take your setup? Why wouldn't you? You said if it breaks out, you're going to take that position. That's what your original game plan was. So stick to your original game plan. The money you made right now, that's just extra. There it goes, guys. There it goes. There it goes. I love the fact that it's below the indicators. I do expect a little retest and then continuation. That's what I want to see. There it goes, guys. There it goes. You know what? I might have to take this position. Sticking too good. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in some more, guys. I'm in some more. I'm in some more, guys. Two things that could happen, but I'm feeling positive about this one. I'll hang on to it a little bit. Feeling a little positive about it. Okay, I do expect a little drawdown. That's fine. I do expect a drawdown. It's completely fine. Completely fine. I do expect that drawdown. All right, I do expect it. I'm gonna wait until my other entry. Do expect a little drawdown. Nothing wrong with this. Hang on a little longer. I expected a little retest. Expected a retest. Okay. I don't like how it just wick like that, but you know what? I do expect a little retest right there. Up already against me 10 points. And let's see. What I want to see is a retest and then that continuation down. It's kind of what I want to see right there. To see if we're gonna get it. Hanging on a little longer. Sold one of my positions and I want to see it hold the indicators. That's kind of what I want to see. Kind of what I want to see. It's looking like it wants to reverse though, to be honest. Hanging on a little longer. I want to see that retest and then that continuation down. Kind of what I want to see. That entry was kind of bad, to be honest. That entry was kind of bad. I want to see that rejection off the 9 EMA. So if it breaks above 23.30, I'll get out my position. It looks like it wants to kind of reverse now, guys. But I'm still hanging on a little bit. Hanging on a little bit. Hanging on a little bit. That is a sick reversal. I'm out. I'm out. So, and I may get back in. Honestly, I may get back in. Good. Wait, me? Yeah. Oh, good morning. What I want to see is that continuation back to the downside. So I want to see that continuation back to the downside. If we could get it, I'm going to get back in. If we could get that continuation, I'm going to get back in. It is getting rejected. So I may get back in, guys. I do like how it got rejected off the 9. I'm back in. Back in. I'm back in some shorts, guys. Back in the shorts. I like the fact that Apple got rejected, NVDA got rejected, the NASDAQ got rejected off the indicators. So hanging on a little longer. Obviously, I'll have a tighter stop. And this is part of the risk that we have to take sometimes as traders. Sometimes we'll find ourselves in this predicament where the trade goes against us, right? But it's all part of trading, guys. If the trade goes against us, we'll get out. Doesn't mean we can't get back in, right? So I like how it kind of tested the EMAs and then got rejected and it kind of pushed down. I wanted us to hold below the indicators. Then we could hold below the indicators. That's going to give me more confidence. And right now it is. We went up, we tested it, and now we're coming down. So if we could continue that momentum down, then I'm going to have to take more position, right? Only because that second one I lost right there. So I am going to enter some more contracts, a little bit more riskier. There we go. Covering profit. I do like that. I trimmed right there. I did trim. Did trim right there. Covered some profit. I covered half of my position right there. And that little drop, I covered half of my position. Little drop. Okay. It's moving pretty fast. We're starting to see that volatility come in. Starting to see that volatility come in. It's testing the indicators again. Let's see if it's going to break it or hold it. Let's see if it's going to break it or hold it. It's testing them. And either we're going to get rejected. It's getting rejected a little bit. I do have my finger on the trigger to get out the trade, though. Okay. This is the real deal right here. We're in drawdown. Hanging on a little longer. We are seeing that volatility come in. Seeing that volatility come in. Candlesticks are moving pretty good. 7 a.m. right here. So we're seeing the volume increase. Seeing that volatility come in. I want to see that continuation to the downside. That's what I want to see. I like the fact that NVIDIA is holding the indicators. I do like the fact that this is happening right here. I'm going to take more position. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. You see that drop? I'm out. I'm out. Yeah. Oh yeah, guys. Look at that. Woo! Great comeback right there. I'm out. You guys see that? I'm glad we caught this live. Capitalize, baby. Hey, we can't be scared of being drawn down a little bit, guys. At one point, this was up like $400 right now, and it moved so fast I had to get out. It still looks like it's gonna drop, guys, but I'm good. I'm taking this. I'm out. I'm done, guys. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Beautiful trade, guys. 260 for the day, baby. Thank you, Jesus. I think I got kind of a little loud right there, guys. But dude, this trade is gonna still go, guys. I'm telling you, this trade is gonna tank, guys. All right, guys. Hey, we did it, man. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We made money in 30 minutes, guys. Really like in 20 minutes, but it's all good. This last trade was like crazy right here. But you know what? I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. We go live every day in the morning. I got members getting paid, making money, passing evals, getting payouts. They're just growing their capital. One of my cousins made $9K in 1 month. Come on, baby. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. Much love. I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless you guys. I'm out.